Hello, this is Mr. McMurray, and we're here for the periodic table of the elements and the metal, non-metal worksheet. Okay, so first thing is you have some information here. Now, some of this on the first part, you can use your colored periodic table to tell you what groups are made out of, different ones and stuff like that. That's pretty straightforward. Now, on this part here, you have the alkali metals, the alkali earth metals, and transition metals. So you take these symbols that they've given you up here, write the name, not the symbol, the name of the element. If it's an alkali metal, put it here. For example, copper is Cu is a transition metal, so we're going to put it over here in the transition metals. All right. On the other hand, sodium, Na, right there, is going to be in the first column, so it is sodium is an alkali metal, and so on. If there's any, this is column number 1. If the alkali metal is column number 2, and these, of course, are 3 through 12, and some of the ones that are even farther over, but on the metal side of the stair step. Okay, and then of course here we have metals and nonmetals and metalloids, and the same thing. You will take these symbols, put their names down here where they belong. Oxygen is a nonmetal, and so on. Now, just a couple things on your periodic table, just refresh your memory. These are all metals. There's a little stair step right there. Everything on this side of that is a metal, including these down here at the bottom. All right, so those are all metals. Now, if it touches a stair step like boron, aluminum, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, tellurium, polonium, acetine, and then of course these two metals which only exist, or two elements which only exist very short times in the laboratory, so we won't worry about them. But yeah, all those that touch, not a corner like carbon, but if they touch on a side, either top or bottom or a side, then those are all the metalloids. Anything on this side of the chart then is a non-metal. So there's way more metals than there are non-metals and metalloids. Okay, and so anyhow, just refresh your memory for those. You just look those elements up on the chart and put them where they belong on the metal, non-metal, or metalloid list. Okay, now underneath that, this chart on the back of your worksheet, it has where it gives you the group and the period. Okay, now it may just give you the number of the group and the number of the period like this, 6 and 6. So if we look on our periodic table, row 6, that's period 6, and group 6 is right here. So we're going to come down, and that would give us tungsten right there. Okay, now from there you can get the other information you need there. It tells you the element name, the symbol, of course, is W, and then is it a metal, a non-metal, or a metalloid, and you write that in the last column there. All right. However, you'll notice there are some that have Roman numerals, okay, like 2A, okay. And this, you'll need to look at this periodic table. You might want to take a Photoshop of the whole thing sometime so that you can see it. Let me shrink it down a little bit so you can actually see it. Okay, we numbered them 1 through 18 going across here, but Roman numerals is 1A, 2A, then it goes to 3B, 4B, 5B, 6B, 7B, 8B, and then there's 3 of them that are 8B. Don't ask me why, it's a long story. And then 1B, 2B. All right, and then it goes 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A, 8A. Now, we don't use that as much. You don't see that as often now. It's usually just 1 through 18, but I just want you to be aware of that. Now, so when you look up one on the worksheet, for example, 2A, period 6. Okay, so 2A tells us it's going to be in the second group, or the alkali earth metals, and it's on the 6th row. Now, don't count from the top element here. This is still the first row. There's just nothing on the second column that goes up that high. So down to number 6, that's going to give you Ba, or barium. So the name of the element would be barium. Whoa, just a second. The thing took off. That's very cool. I can click on that. I forgot it's an interactive chart. It will take you to the elements. But anyhow, that is barium. And so you would write 2A6, you put barium, Ba, and then of course it's an alkali metal, so earth metal, so you would put metal over here. Okay, and that's how the Roman numerals work. Okay, so you may need to copy those Roman numerals, and I will just leave them up here like this so you can see them, or take a picture, and that will help you with the Roman numerals. Okay, other than that, it's pretty straightforward. When you finish, you can just submit. I believe on your document up here at the top, there'll be a submit button on Cami. You may want to download or make a copy of it for yourself before you turn in Not this one, but of course the actual metal nonmetals. That way, in case something happens that doesn't come through or something, you have a copy that you can keep looking at and also to study for tests and so forth. All right. Other than that, I think we're done here and have just knock yourself out and have a ball on that stuff. All right. Talk to you later. Goodbye.